these tables first. So here we have look at data view. So we have all of these tables. All right, so we have the product category, product subcategory. So let's take these two away. All right, so we have that. The slider here is very light. I can't see anything there. I guess it's brighter on the screen, but in my screen it is very dim. Product subcategory and dim product. Okay, so that's how. So we usually, it's a good idea to arrange the tables in a cascading way, so you know exactly how the lookup values flow from one table to the next. All right. So we're going to now connect them like product key to product key. So drag product key and drop it on top of product key here. So now we have a relationship. Okay, so the product name, the information from product will flow to, so you see the arrow pointing downward, so flow to that table. Okay. Now let's do product subcategory key, and we have product subcategory key here. So drop it like that. All right. So now we have product subcategory information flowing down into the product table, and then all of that information flowing down to the fact table. And then finally we have product category. So product category key and product category key right there. So drop it there. So now that connection is established. Okay. So this is how the information flows down, right? And we have dim promotion. No, we don't need that at this point. We'll look at that later. And then we have geography, customer. Well, okay, we'll establish that as well. Customer comes first. Customer key, right? And then geography key is connected that way. And then we have sales territory. Okay, so we'll look at budget later, because there is a particular issue with budget. We'll look at that later. Territory, sales territory key, sales territory key here. Okay. All right, let's do the promotion as well. Promotion key. We won't be using promotion in any of our examples, but anyway, let's go ahead and connect the promotion key. So now all of these tables are connected, and we will be connecting the budget table also. So if you want to compare what is our actual sales against the budget, then we have to connect the budget and then do the analysis, but we'll come to that a little later. Okay, and we can use what are called disconnected tables to capture data from user selected. Also we can use this like parameters in Tableau. Okay, we can use the disconnected table like a parameter in Tableau to get user input and then update the table based on the user input. Okay, so user interactivity, if you will. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to express sales in euros. Okay, we're going to convert sales, which is in dollars. We want to convert that to euros. All right. Now we want to give the user the ability to select the exchange rate. Okay, so maybe the user wants to, play with the exchange rate and see what would be sales in euros if exchange rate is X or if exchange rate is Y, and so on. Okay, and we have the exchange rate Okay, so foreign exchange rate is in a CSV file. Okay, so we need to bring it into Excel, make it into a table, and then connect it to the data model. Right? So we know how to do CSV, right? So go back to Excel. So now we're going to open this CSV file. Okay. So right now you don't see anything because here it's selected to Excel file. So you have to change the file type. Okay. Change it to all, and everything is visible. Then I select foreign exchange rate. All right. So now I have the USD per euro. So 1 euro equal to how many US dollars? Okay, so that's our exchange rate. Okay. Now, what we need to do is, even though these are formatted as dollars, we have to create another column using the format function for the dollar amount to show in the slicer with the dollar. Right now, if you use this, the dollar signs will be ignored by the slicer. All you will see is 1.0 or even just 1 without the dollar sign. I have to first bring it into the data model. I have to convert this into a table, right? Actually, I could have brought it into data model directly. There is another one, CSV file. We will do it that way. Okay. And Control T, convert it into a table, and then this is exchange rate. Let's call it. Oh, I guess. Okay, so blank is not allowed. Now I go and all right. So it looks like I have to. Well, I'm in the wrong place, wrong file. So I have to be here. Okay. Now if I go to Power Pivot, I can add to the data model. Okay, so now I have the exchange rate here. So here I use format, right? Format that one, and using the format, okay, so dollar sign. So dollar sign will be used, and then when I use the pound sign, so that means whatever number there is, okay, that number will be replaced mean the pound sign will be replaced by that number. So then I have a comma. Of course, I don't need all that because there is only one number 1 for the first value. Okay. And then 0. All right, so I need 2 pound signs and a 0.00. Okay, so 2 decimal places. So this string will apply the format that will start the number with a dollar sign and then the number with the separation for the 1000th digit, and then there will be 2 decimal places. If the actual value doesn't have any decimal places, it will add zeros, two zeros to it. Okay. All right. So now we have that. All right. So let's call this exchange rate formatter. Okay. Now we have to use the selected exchange rate. Okay. How do we do that? So you're going to provide a slicer for the US for that column. So whatever column is selected, whatever value is selected, okay, you want to get that value from it. Okay. So how do you harvest what the user is selecting? Okay. And for that, yes, you call it selected rate. Okay. Selected rate. Okay. So now we have to use a function. You can't simply type in the field name. Okay, but that won't work. So you can use any function you want, because there is only one value for a you're going to select just one row and that has only one value. So you can use any function, max, min, mean, okay, the mean, average. Okay, so all of that will give you just that one value. So I'll use max of USD per euro. Okay. Now this measure will capture the exchange rate that the user has selected. Okay. And now we can use that to compute. Okay, so let's go to the fact table and then say net sales in euros is, okay, so we have net sales and we divide by the exchange rate. Or selected rate, so that's what we need to do. All right, so now let's format, not that one, so this one, and currency, we have, all right, so there it is. I guess France will do this, okay? All right, so now let's come back here. Okay, let's do a new sheet and pivot table. Okay, so we're going to look at product category. Okay, so we're going to look at the product category name coming from dim product category. So remember, whatever we select from here, so English product category name, okay, so the selected name will flow down from the product category table down and down into the fact table. then net sales in euros. Okay. All right. So right now it's everything. Oh wow, I guess the euro sign is on the right side. I guess that's French way of writing, I suppose. So now what we need to do is to bring in the exchange rate, formatted exchange rate, all right, make that into a slicer. All right. So now you see the slicer is formatted by the dollar sign. So now whatever exchange rate we select, that selected exchange rate will be used to compute or to set up this this table.